Hey, Mike Casey, Ali Hartwig from the Mountain Morning Show. We got into a discussion a little bit earlier this week about the idea of chivalry, chivalrous behavior, etiquette, whatever you want to call it. My position was that I understood that or I thought I understood that even though the world has changed a little bit and we've moved more toward the idea of men and women being more equal, which I think we would both agree is a good thing, I still think the idea of chivalry is, maybe it's not noble, that might be overstating it, but I believe in the idea, and I believe in opening doors and, things like that. And I kind of figured you would go, oh yeah, that makes sense. That really wasn't your immediate reaction.
I think they say that chivalry is dead and good, it should die, but really we need to extend it in that it's not just chivalry in that men do nice things for women. You're kind to other humans. You do nice things for people because they're people, not because they're women. So I hold doors for men all the time. I don't think it's a big deal. My fiance used to get a little bit perturbed by it because he thought it made him look bad. And then I explained that I would hold the door for anyone, not just him, whoever gets to the door first.
Which I'm sure made him feel way better.
Well, yeah, because now it's not a thing anymore. It's not. Like, it just, once you get over it, you realize that that's the kind thing to do for a person, and you would hold the door for anyone. So I think that's very important, that you do slightly nice things that maybe inconvenience you just a little bit in order to be polite, regardless of the person's gender, which is what takes it from chivalry to kindness.
Okay, and that makes sense. I understand what you're saying in terms of it's really just chivalry. We're just talking about polite and considerate behavior that should, like you said, should be directed toward all people and not just from men toward women. And that I agree with and I understand. But is there something, dangerous isn't the right word, but is there something that's inherently not good about the idea of chivalry being kind of one-dimensional from men toward women? You know what I mean?
Because it perpetuates the idea that women need help and need to be protected. And yes, it's just a little thing, and maybe a little thing that benefits the woman that it's being directed towards, but those little things allow the bigger things to happen because it really does keep the idea that women need to be protected going strong.
But I don't know, and you may know more about it historically than me, so maybe I'm just wrong. I never understood that to be the implication. I certainly never thought that a woman couldn't open a door for herself. I think it was just impressed upon me, and not from a protection standpoint either, more like that women deserve to be treated perhaps with more respect and admiration, and maybe care that's the word that's gonna trigger you more than anything else. But I think that's what was communicated to me. Certainly not that women couldn't do these things for themselves, but they deserved to have things like that done for them.
And I get that, but that's a very positive spin on the double standard, in that women deserve to be treated differently than men. It allows for different treatment in other ways that isn't always positive. Because if you think that women deserve to be treated differently than men in one aspect, then why wouldn't it apply to all? So while it is a beneficial thing and a very nice thing, it totally allows for the double standard. Now, I'm not saying you should be like, bye bitch, hold your own door, or like walk in quickly before somebody else.
So what I do to you every day.
Yeah. But we're equals.
Right, exactly.
We're equals,
right.
So it's fine.
As was said, I think in a famous court case, separate but equal or different but equal is inherently not equal.
Yes.
By definition, it's not. So It changes the transaction right from the word go.
And I'll be the first one to say that sometimes the double standard works in women's favor.
Sure,
but if you want true equality, that's got to go. Not saying that like you can never do a nice thing for a woman, the same way a woman should always do kind and nice things for a man. You should just do nice things for your fellow human, regardless of gender. But the idea of chivalry, that you must do this for women because you are a gentleman, gotta go. Throw it out. Done.
Okay, that makes sense. I totally understand what you're saying, and to summarize it, you have spent the last 10 minutes pretty much guaranteeing that I will never open a door for you or buy you a drink. So you kind of worked against your own.
I will hold doors for you and buy you drinks.
Woo! I win! Yay! The end of chivalry.